Okay, so now we say something and Carl's inspired. So you get to listen in. Go ahead, Carl.
Yeah, it reminds me too, Garth, when I was a young kid, I was in a wheelchair for 3 years, from the age of 8 to 11, right? And in 1974, I seen Bruce Lee, like an awful lot of other martial artists, you know? And Einstein once said that imagination is more important than knowledge. And as a young kid of 14, I looked on that screen and I imagined doing the type of things that Bruce Lee was doing. And so that's going back now 36 years. I started karate at the age of 14, and the specialist told me when I was 18 that there was no way that I could actually continue doing karate, you know. But I was so inspired by Bruce Lee and that, the martial arts, that I still practice to this day, and I teach my kids that, because I think a lot of people, again, sometimes can become disempowered. And as a young man, because I was inspired with imagination, and wow, imagine doing that. And again, that's why I believe that we can give people hope to go for the dreams.
Well, I think there's enough reasons and enough for people to come out and see what we're about to do. I think our life, we're going to have a great opportunity. I'm sure people that are watching this have some dreams. Maybe they're hesitating, maybe they're doubting, maybe they're fearful, and yet they have sort of this understanding and this hunger to get there. Whether you're deeply religious or you believe in whatever holy book that you subscribe to, I think that every one of those books is said to go within, to learn about what's within inside ourselves, and nobody really values it. I had an opportunity recently, and I'm going to say this to you before we say goodbye. A girl I was doing some work with at a farm, not a farm in North Durham, and I was talking to the person she worked with, and the guy was telling me all the great things that he admired about what her work was. And I took the time today to email her to say to her how much she was appreciated by this other person. You know, what she says, well, you never know because he never says that to me, which is a tragedy. But secondly was, I think it was very important for her to hear it. And I remember another email, I said to her, do you have any idea how brilliant, how gifted you are? And she said, no. And so all I was trying to do was point out that she had this cup. When you come to the event, you're going to see what kind of cup you're holding. And we're going to take this opportunity to do it through entertainment, through some humor, through some reflection, through some connection. And I believe by the time we're done, you will not be anywhere near where you were before you walked in the door. And that'll be great, because then the community will change. The art of transition is not a head game. The art of transition is about connecting and recognition. And when we have recognition, we can transition. But when we have no recognition, it's this art of transitionism. It'll be the art of standing in a circle and doing nothing. So I compliment people that are part of that. Now let's recognize everybody's cup, help them recognize what the cup is, what they're holding, and what their contribution is, and we're going to change it. And in one night, I'm convinced that we can actually do that. So join us, won't you? I think you should. By the way, if you don't, how's it going so far?